If Gothic combat ever felt unfair to you, it probably wasn't the game's fault. Gothic doesn't treat combat like modern RPGs. It doesn't care only about attack and defense numbers. Gothic is built around space, time, and decisions. If you don't understand that, the game will feel unfair, no matter how good your stats are. So in this video, we're not talking about how to play well. We're talking about how to not play badly. Before you learn how to walk, you need to understand why you keep falling. Enemies don't wait. One of the biggest mistakes players make is assuming enemies take turns. They don't. If one enemy aggro you, it attacks. If 5 enemies aggro you, all 5 attack at the same time. There's no behind-the-scenes script making them wait like in a Steven Seagal movie. This matters most in early and mid-game, where understanding what you're fighting is more important than raw stats. Enemies generally follow 2 behavioral patterns: single-target AI and what I call pack AI. Single-target AI enemies can be pulled individually. Scavengers, Lizardos, Field Raiders, Snappers. You approach one, it reacts, grows, charges, and the others remain idle. But they operate with 2 ranges, an aggro range and a larger reaction range. If you pull one but fight too close to the group, the others react to the fight and join in. What should have been a clean 1v1 becomes a disaster. This is where many runs start going wrong. After you pull one enemy, you don't stand still. You relocate, you create space. Space is a resource, and you fight where you choose, not where the AI chooses. In a true 1v1, you can defeat almost anything. It's numbers that kill you. So let's talk about the pack AI. Imagine 3 wolves. You walk close and one of them turns, performing the aggro animation, the bark. That's the trigger. The moment one enemy aggros, the pack activates. The others enter a "you've been spotted" state.
NANI?!
But they can't fully engage from far away. They need to get close enough to perform their own aggro animation. As soon as the first wolf barks, you move and strafe away. The first one has already committed, while the others begin chasing you, not to attack yet, but to get into range to complete their animation. This is where you break the system. If one keeps creating distance, the first wolf starts to lag behind, while the others move forward to finish their aggro. The pack stretches. Push that distance slightly further, and the first wolf never properly re-enters combat. What started as a 3 wolves becomes 1, or 2 at max. That's your window. You isolate the target, deal with it, and repeat the process. With practice, packs stop feeling chaotic and start becoming predictable. Let me show you what I mean with this clip. We will fight some goblins because they also do use the pack AI. As you can see, only the first 2 aggroed. Now it's time to strafe away, so we'll force the others to follow us. It worked. Let's get rid of them so I can show you once more. Again, the 2 black ones notice me, so I'll strafe out to lure the 3rd behind. And this is how you do it, easy and simple. The left and right rule and why I don't really like it. Most Gothic players know this one. The most effective way to win fights is spamming left and right attacks with proper timing or using the animation cancel. Especially in Gothic 1, this can completely lock enemies. It works, and if you don't trust dodging or parrying yet, that's fine. You do need at least a second animation set unlocked at 30% weapon skill. And animation cancelling, especially with 2-handed weapons, is extremely effective against enemies that don't block, such as golems, zombies, and whatnot. So yes, this method works, but personally I don't really like it. I get far more satisfaction from playing reactively, dodging, parrying at the right moment, than pushing with clean, stylish combos. It almost feels like Devil May Cry instead of Gothic. Sure, it's harder, it takes more knowledge of enemy patterns, ranges, recovery times, and movement speed. But if you're never really committed to that style, I strongly recommend trying it again. Once it clicks, it changes how Gothic feels completely. For this part, once more, showing is better than explaining, so I'll just show you a short combat sequence of what I mean.
Oh, you can't go through here. So much for you, lowlife.
Use those scrolls. Scrolls. Everyone wants them, everyone hoards them. Bruh. Almost no one uses them. Gothic teaches you very early to always be prepared, and at the beginning that mindset makes sense. But at some point, you have to ask yourself a simple question. What happens if you fail? You die. You reload and you try again, right? So let's be honest. You enter a cave, you run into a shadow beast, and you don't have an ice block scroll. What do? No. You reload and come back later. That's completely normal. So why, when you do have the scroll, do you keep it forever just in case? Using scrolls doesn't mean you played badly. It means you solved a problem with the tools the game gave you. Since I stopped hoarding items and started using them when it actually mattered, my runs became more fun, more dynamic, and way less stressful. You feel smart because you were smart. And if it goes wrong, you reload and try again.
Just you wait, you son bitch.
Break that defensive mindset. Use your scrolls. Worst case, you come back later. Fighting everything as soon as you see it. One of the fastest ways of ruining a Gothic run is trying to fight everything the moment you encounter it. Gothic is not built around the idea that every enemy you see is meant to be beaten right now. If you approach the game like that, you don't become efficient.
That's him all right. Let's give him what for. So much for you, lowlife.
You just become dead. Running away is not failure. Coming back later is not cowardice. If you attack enemies that clearly outskill you, the game isn't testing your skill, it's testing your judgment. There's a reason why returning later with better weapons, better reach, or better control suddenly makes a fight trivial. The lesson isn't you lacked skill before. The lesson is you weren't supposed to win that fight yet. Gothic rewards patience, awareness, and decision-making, not stubbornness.
The power of the eye is exhausted.
Knowing when not to fight is just as important as knowing how to fight. Fix these mistakes and Gothic stops feeling unfair. If the game ever feels brutal or frustrating, now you know why.
That this way, nothing could exist at all. No light.
And no darkness.